Okay, I'm back at it. I thought I'd take another look at it and see if there was something I was missing or not thinking about. Anyway, you can see here I've just got the filter in the box. I enlarged the hole here for this rubber flap, and then I enlarged the aluminum. I really don't think it's going to be necessary, all said and done, to really enlarge the aluminum. Maybe just the rubber part here. But I found something new as I was thinking about other things that could possibly be holding it up in the back here, and I wanted to show you. I think in the manufacturing process, they heat this rubber up and adhere the foam to the frame. There's a bunch of excess rubber here, and it's just not a little thin flap. It's actually a pretty thick, and it runs around the perimeter, and not so much on the front, but in the back here you've got this solid excess rubber. And I found that this rubber was hanging up on the edge of the airbox here. So I put the filter in, so when you get it in there, you put this edge in first and push it in. But even still, in the corners there was so much excess over in these corners, I had to trim. Actually trimmed in here and took out some of the excess. I had to use an X-Acto blade and be real careful about trimming some of that out so I didn't separate the foam from the frame itself, which I didn't. And now I'm going to attempt to do here is put this back together and see if it seals up a little bit better now, because everything else that I thought was holding it up, I've done. And I created the larger hole here and here for the aluminum bracket, but I think right here is probably going to be the bigger help, and then what I just did, the trimming. So I'm going to just carefully put it back in and make sure that I've pushed all of that rubber around so it goes in the inside of the lip. And then I trimmed up some of that excess from the manufacturing and see how it seals up. I'll let you know. Okay, this is I'm trying to get a shot of the back here after I did that trimming, and this is the corner that seems to have been giving me the most problems getting a seal. And you can see, lost my light there, sorry. You can see that it's probably like close to 95% flush up against the airbox now after trimming off that excess that I was talking about. And the other side, see if I can get some light on that, seems to be, excuse me, let me see if I can, it's kind of tough to get light down in here, is pretty well sealed up, and see if I can get a good angle on it. Apologize, I'm trying to use a different camera here to get a good shot for you. But this side is pretty well sealed up. And now I'll set this thing back down for a minute. So a couple of things. Right now I had a gasket that I made earlier that I've got underneath the bracket too. I don't think it's really making much of a difference, but I thought maybe it might, an extra a little help there pushing down on the filter itself. But I'd say right now, I could probably fool around and maybe do some more trimming and maybe get it closer to 100% sealed up. But I'd say right now, the way it is, it's probably like 95% sealed with the rubber against the airbox itself. Like I said in the earlier video, if you look at the bottom, the gray foam seems to be sealing up the bottom, but I think it should be sealed at the top and the bottom 100%, considering what's at stake. So, between enlarging the rubber here and the hole for the bracket, which is probably not as critical, and trimming off some of that excess rubber that was hanging up on the lip of the airbox, not allowing it to seat in properly too. All of that making a compound issue, and I think that's really what the problem is.